So normally I have my tub plumbed, but today I'm rolling with the jerry rig, and so many people have asked about how to plumb their tub, temporarily. I just wanted to show how easy it can be. You could do this setup all the time if that's what you wanted to do. If you really wanted to go simple and take all of the thought process out of it and just make it absolutely bare bones, simple, easy to run, you could do this. You could do this in a shop, or you can do it in a mobile trailer. I have it this way because I had used my tools to go and wash my horses in warm water the other day, and I just have not put it back together with the plumbing. And I only have one little mobile dog this week, and so my husband had surgery, and I just haven't taken the time to put it all back together correctly yet. So, rolling with the jury rig today. So anyway, that is my water tank. Normally I have it covered with a cute little shelf cabinet that I built for it, but right now it's just sitting out in the open and it's secured to the floor there so it doesn't roll around. It just kind of scoots around if it's not secured. 35-gallon water tank, and I hot fill it. I do have a hot water heater for it, but right now I just hot filled it, so it's filled with hot water. I don't need it attached to a hot water heater. So it's just the temperature that I want the water to be. No need for a hot water heater today. And it is not attached to any sort of intake plumbing. It's just a bucket for all intents and purposes today. And I am going to use this transfer pump right there to get the water out of it. And that transfer pump is hooked up to a hose in the back. This is the outtake hose right here. It's just a simple garden hose. Your outtake hose does need to be a short hose or you'll burn up your pump. It wants a short hose. You can't use a big long 50-foot or 20-foot garden hose for your intake pump, the one that's going to get the water out of the tank. It has to be a short one or you'll burn up your pump. So that's just going right out the back of my cabinet there. Is this little guy right here. And I'll take the lid off of my tank when the time comes and just drop it right in there. And I have my pump hooked up to, you can hook your pump directly into the power, but I get a little fancy with it. I like to hook mine up to a foot switch. That way I can turn it on and off with my foot, and I don't have to worry about unplugging and plugging while my hands are wet with a dog. So that's what it's plugged into. Plugged right into the outlet. And then my hose, this is where it's going to come out of the transfer pump, is hooked up there. And then I run it out the back of the tub, over the top of the tub, and it's attached to plain old garden sprayer. It's just a garden hose and it's attached to a garden sprayer. If you wanted to, you could get adapters and put a shower hose on there. You could put your fancy dog bath sprayer, whatever adapters you wanted to get, you could adjust that however you wanted to. So I'm going to hide it down here so it's not quite as loud. And I turn it on. I haven't primed it yet, so I don't know if it'll come out, but we'll see if it'll prime itself. And there you go. Just like that. I can wash a dog and I can adjust it, depending on what sprayer I've got going on. But that's it. Super simple. You can wash a dog that simple. You don't have to have fancy plumbing if you don't want to have fancy plumbing.